You're the one.
And you're rude.
You're the one hiding.
I listen to all of your lies.
Hiding in London.
I listen to all of your lies.
You're the one hiding in London. You're the
I've
one
come
hiding
back to
in
the
London,
States.
but when you
Did you
deny
fight in the
9/11,
military?
You're not
I'm
credible.
an ex-Marine who
You're
actually
not credible.
fought. You are a coward.
Credible.
Listen
okay,
to you.
let me go back to
Have you ever
Washington.
fought? Have you ever been in the military?
I don't know what you did, but
have you ever been in the military? How dare you? I've served in combat, you chicken hawk coward.
All right, let me go. Ken, stay with me. Going back to Washington, Richard Hellman. Mr. Hellman, when Mr. O'Keefe talks about the USS Liberty, which I believe occurred in 1967, and we look at this situation with the information about the H-bomb being given in 1987, I believe, 20 years, just 20 years after what many people would say was an attack on the United States, because Americans were killed on the USS Liberty by the Israeli Air Force. As an American, do you think it's okay that your country would share information with many Americans, if they had the facts, I'm sure would call an enemy for killing American sailors?
That is not the subject today. I could debate what happened with respect to the Liberty to the satisfaction of anyone but a 9/11 denier like O'Keefe in London, whatever he's doing over there. But I have to tell you that that today we have to look at what Iran is doing and how Iran is being aided by North Korea, perhaps by the likes of A.Q. Khan, the developer of the Islamic bomb, and by German and other businessmen.
Mr. Hellman,
and so,
Mr. Hellman,
I would say
isn't that difficult?
I would say to the rulers of Iran,
for you to stay on the subject at hand? Is it that difficult for you to address the issue at hand, that we have gone from the situation in Israel, now we're talking about Syria or North Korea or Iran? So just stick to the subject at hand, and believe me, at Press TV, we are definitely, you can talk anytime when that is the subject. When it is Iran, you can criticize Iran and Syria and anywhere else. But however, the subject is something else tonight. Answer the question, sir.
So the answer is, Israel is a friend and an ally. Iran is a declared enemy. We want to make peace with Iran. The people in the nation want to make peace, but the regime in Tehran does not want to make peace.
The question, sir, I will repeat the question at hand. The question, sir, was that in 1987, when we are talking about this report, so definitely the question is apropos to the subject at hand. In 1987, just 20 years after the USS Liberty attack that the Israeli Air Force initiated against an American ship and killed American soldiers, do you not think that it is odd as an American that your country then provided this sensitive information to an entity that killed its own military troops? This is the question at hand, sir.
Listen, in fact, Israel has always been a good friend and ally of America. I could debate the Liberty incident, but that's a separate thing.
Please answer the question. Then please give me a sentence about that, sir, because it is related.
Yes, I will answer the question clearly. I believe that if as this report purports to substantiate, that in fact the United States did provide help to Israel, and if in fact Israel has developed nuclear weapons which prevent its much more numerous and hateful and dictatorial anti-democratic neighbors from erasing Israel, I would say thank God Israel is still alive, and Israel has said it will not use nuclear weapons preemptively or against its neighbors, and so Israel is in compliance if indeed it has the nuclear weapons, which it hasn't declared yet.
All right.
I don't think that's a problem. In fact, I think it's what's keeping Iran at bay a bit from developing the nuclear weapons to carry out its genocidal threats against Israel and America. I think Iran has to look at
Thank you. You answered the question. Mr. Ken O'Keefe, when we look at the situation, again, going back to 20 years prior to this information, 1967, and what happened on the USS Liberty. And of course, after that, we saw with Jonathan Pollard, and we have seen so many examples through the decades. With what Mr. Hellman is saying, as an American, is it logical that, on the one hand, a foreign entity seems to be above American interests here? How do you explain, and it's not, of course, only Mr. Hellman, but we're seeing more and more of this, even right now that he had brought up the situation with President Obama and not wanting Netanyahu to come and speak. However, he is speaking at Congress. It seems that the United States has become subservient to Tel Aviv.
Well, the first thing I have to say is that this man is extremely repugnant, and he'll probably interrupt me again, despite the fact that I have had to endure the nonsense lies that he is stating. The first thing I'll say is that I'm an ex-Marine who served in the infantry in a war. I don't know who this man is, but I doubt that he fought for his country. He's a chicken hawk coward who is actually serving a foreign interest.
No, I did.
Israel had identified target number one for some time. You are a repugnant man, and you can't even keep your mouth shut.
Your business, I wasn't
here you go again. Right. And this is all you can do. Well, then you have no business insulting a fellow service member who has served in combat as well. So if you are so disgraceful that you disregard and disrespect somebody because they have opposing views when in fact they served in the U.S. military, then shame on you on every single different level there is.
Go ahead. Can you answer the question?
Getting back to what I was saying, the fact is that Israel and its policies are American policies. First point that should be made is that the war in Iraq was a war for Israel. This was identified in Oded Yanan's A Strategy for Israel in the 1980s. Iraq was identified as target number one, and that war was always based on a pack of lies coming from Israeli sources or dual national sources. The so-called dodgy dossier was the excuse used to justify this. The same people who produced that lying propaganda to justify the invasion and occupation of Iraq are the same ones lying about Iran's farcical, mythical Iranian nuclear weapons program. It does not exist.
I just want to give people time. Ken, stay with me, please. Richard Hellman, 1 minute. One minute, please, we have left. You give me your last 1 minute.
In fact, I'm just going to say that Israel gave America advice that they should not, that George W. Bush 43 should not invade Iraq. Israel thought it was a mistake, although Israel was not involved. God. And in fact, Israel is always against war. But Israel is beset by 200 million Muslims all about, and by most of the regimes who will not make peace with Israel. But I look for the day when Iran will forswear nuclear weapons and the Iranian people and nation will make peace with Israel and with the rest of their neighbors.
They've done that over and over.
All right, and 1 minute, last minute, Ken O'Keefe, go ahead, sir.
Iran, from the Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khomeini to the current Supreme Leader, have all said the same thing, that nuclear weapons are haram, it's an affront to God, and it's only countries like the United States, Britain, France, and all these hypocrites that are developing nuclear weapons in the United States using them as well. America has been hijacked. Netanyahu coming to the U.S. Congress is perfect. I'm very happy about this because it is going to force the genuine American patriots who swore to uphold the U.S. Constitution. You need to face the fact that the founding fathers were right about the enemy inside the gate. Your nation has been hijacked. Congress is nothing but a den of traitors. This man in Washington is a chicken hawk who wants to send more American sons and daughters off to another war for Israel. It's not enough for him that more than 22 American service members a day are committing suicide. He wants more. He wants more Americans to die for Israel.
I'm so sorry, both of you, but we are definitely out of time. I'd like to thank peace activist and former U.S. Marine out of London and the President Middle East Research Center, Richard Hellman, out of Washington. Thank you so much for
Iran bombs. Iran bombs. Iran bombs. Iran. Down, stand, down, twice, not once, twice, stand, down, good to see you back on your feet. I can guarantee you this, 3 things, ladies and gentlemen, Iran always wins. Second, 3 things.